As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
That's not. What's really funny is the fucking.
I didn't. I only met him after we had already filmed, and he asked. He told me that he says, "Thanks for not making me look like a scumbag." Those are his words, and I said, "You sure you saw the movie? Because you were not a nice guy." But that's what he told me. Scorsese didn't want me to meet with him, so I know, well, I'm not going to argue with that. But what I did do is I listened to tapes that Nick Pileggi, the guy who wrote the book, he had tapes of Henry Hill, cassettes, and I would listen to them all the time. I know I'd go more than one.
Why?
Because, you know, I mean, you don't start out and go in saying, "Oh my gosh, I shouldn't do this." It's just, you take chances. It's always a crapshoot. You never know exactly how it's gonna turn out. I've worked with first-time directors who were great, first-time directors who, when you talk to them in a room, seemed like they were gonna be great, but weren't. And, just always, if I had that feeling, I probably never watched it. I haven't seen more than half of my movies. If you would only say. Just that the people who are at the highest level of success in this business are usually the most excited about playing pretend and making a movie and putting it together. He was like really passionate and excited about what he was doing, which is really exhilarating to be around. And though my pocket may be empty, he kind of leaves you alone. You do a couple weeks of rehearsal and you work on it, and then you just go out there and do it. He's very, very open about what you bring to it. And as long as you do your homework, it'll be fine. And everybody is, I was working with Pesci and De Niro, and it was just a great group of people.
Are you still in touch with him?
Once in a while, like, we'll bump into each other. "Hey, how you doing?" I wouldn't say we're friends. I'd be a millionaire. I think Woody Allen.
What?
I answered the question.
Okay.
Go, you pick him. It doesn't matter. No, never. I mean, sometimes you might need to look up a word or, the true definition if they call someone a psychopath. But at the end of the day, it's what you're doing is within that story. And the story kind of gives you all the information that you need. So, no, I didn't like psychology books. I mean, sometimes I've read just out of curiosity about, I once played a serial murderer, so just to find out certain serial, and then it's just not that the research is helping, it's just fascinating to find out how other people live and what they do and what made them tick. But I don't read like psychology books or anything. I've done both kinds of parts, good guys and bad guys, and in between. It's just part of the business, and you just have to work really hard to you either buy into it and just do what they want, or you just take your time. And I really took my time. The first like 5 or 6 movies I did, I would just do like one and then wait for something that was different. And that's all well and good in terms of an acting challenge, but sometimes it's not the best way to run a career. And I didn't know what to do one way or the other. I didn't know that because some people just brand themselves. And I decided, I had a feeling that playing a bad guy and then doing another one, that was just going to be really limiting. So I might have handled things a little too preciously, but that's okay. To leave me alone. I pride myself in doing homework, and I don't like to be told what to do, unless it's just somebody, there's just some directors you can't wait to hear what they have to say because of how they look at things and how they look at the movie, but the majority of directors, although they might be great directors visually, a lot of them don't know how to deal or direct actors. So, I think it's important to be self-reliant, and then if someone is there to help you with something, then all the more better. No.
Okay.
Yeah. That was good. Thanks. That was unusual.